Speaking of Mario Cristobal, let's tell you a little bit more about this Miami class so far. National rank 15th in the country, another strong group. Number 1 in the strong ACC. They got tons of 4 stars, the average player rating above a 90. This is a fantastic class. And so let's bring on the head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, Mario Cristobal, to talk about this group. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. I just want to start off with what today has been like for you and what excites you most about this group you have coming in.
Probably 90% of them. And we were able to retain just about most of them as well, which nowadays in recruiting, right, is a big goal. Make sure you keep the ones that you want committed to your program. So I love the size and versatility and athleticism of our O-line. I love the explosiveness and the grit of our edge players. I love the versatility and just flat out power and speed of our back. Our quarterback is an absolute stud and a winner. I could go on and on. I just don't want to miss anybody, but our receivers, we hit on a couple of guys that we felt were at the top of the board for a lot of different reasons. Our tight end class, it was our top 2 targets. I mean, so there's a lot of stuff that went on, our interior D lineman. But again, I'll stop there so I don't eat up your entire time.
Coach, you spent time at the University of Oregon as the head coach. Your 2 highest-rated players on 24/7 Sports are both West Coast guys. Hayden Lowe from California, SJ from Bishop Gorman, 2 schools that you recruited heavily when you were at Oregon. Are you going to continue to make the West Coast a stomping ground for Miami, especially with 2 teams from the state of California now in the ACC?
Absolutely. And a couple of our better players are from out there. I mean, you look at Riley Williams, who is from Portland. You look at Elijah Lofton, also from Gorman. Those guys are having tremendous success here. And the brand of football being played out there is awesome. So wherever they're at, Miami's such a welcoming place, an international city, that we're going to go find them wherever they're at.
Coach, great to see you. Cooper Patagna here. I know today is like your favorite day. It's like Christmas for you right now. You got the Cuban coffee going. You've been grinding since 2:30 in the morning. I want to set you up for a guy that I know you probably like, just knowing you a little bit. SJ Alofai. You and Alex Mirabal have been doing this for a long time. When I look at this dude, I see a guy that fits Miami and Mario Cristobal to a T. Can you talk a little bit about him and why you're so excited about him?
He's got to be one of the best players I've recruited, period. But again, credit to Coach Mirabal and the staff for getting that stuff done. But he's about the nastiest, most physical, quick twitch, powerful guy that I've seen. He's up there with the best of them. And man, what a great demeanor off the field as well. So smart. I mean, every time we'd go out there to go see him, he'd have to leave because he was getting like an extra workout with like another trainer at another facility. It's like the guy's nonstop. He fits the DNA of our program and what we're looking for the trenches.
I love it. Coach Cristobal, thank you for joining us on your holiday. If it is Christmas for you, we do appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you so much, Coach. We appreciate it. Let's keep talking about Alofai. I love what he said about that might be one of his favorite prospects that he has ever recruited. What jumped out to you when you were watching his film, Coop?
Well, obviously, he's an offensive line guy, right? Same with Alex Mirabal. They just like these guys that are, gritty comes to mind, but guys that have played a lot of football. That's SJ Alofai. I think about him, guard, center, position versatility, super high floor, right? We can get into all these different conversations about, who's got the highest upside, who's going to be the highest draft pick, who's going to be a really good football player. They've done a tremendous job at the center position. You look at Zach Carpenter, you look at Matt Lee the year before that. Maybe not guys with the highest ceiling, but guys that are really, really good fits. And then you got those freaks out on the tackles with Francis Mauanoa and Jalen Rivers, some of the guys that they have, and Marquise Bell. They've done a tremendous job in the offensive line. So establishing the point of attack and, Huff brought it up. Bishop Gorman, that's a powerhouse. And all of a sudden you look up and, Mario Cristobal has been able to get in there. And I'm forgetting the name of the tight end last year. Elijah Lofton. But you think about him, his versatility as a H-back tight end, what he can do in the backfield. That's something to keep an eye out. So I like SJ Alofai. Like when you watch football players and you know a little bit about Mario Cristobal, that guy fits him to a T.
When you look at Bishop Gorman's offensive line, it's one of the most talented offensive lines that you'll see in high school football, and maybe in history, especially out on the West Coast. You've got Alai Kinavalu, who was a longtime Oregon commit, flipped to BYU. You have Douglas Utu, who was a Tennessee commit, who flipped to Oregon. You have Alema Isola, who's going to Arizona State. all good-looking tackles, guys that are longer, more of those outside guys. But then you look at SJ. You talk to those coaches at Bishop Gorman, and they will say he was the heart and soul of that offensive line. They just won another state championship this last week. They only loss was to Mater Dei, the number one team in the country. And a big reason why they've been so competitive on a national scale, they run away with everything in the state of Nevada. But when they play those national programs, it's because of their offensive line. And SJ was really the heart and soul of that offensive line for the last 3 years. Was a big win for Miami because there were a lot of schools out west that wanted to keep him on the West Coast. He honed in on Miami almost from the jump, and that never ended. And I think that Mirabel and Cristobal did such a phenomenal job of just really showing, like, look at some of the interior players that we recruited to Oregon. Jackson Powers Johnson was one of those guys. I mean, the interior linemen that they had at Oregon, some of the interior linemen they've got at Miami are NFL-type guys. And SJ, with all the ability to be that next NFL player that plays inside for the Canes.
I have to imagine the day that he saw SJ on tape also felt like Christmas to him, too. You could just tell the way that he talked about him. We so appreciate Mario Cristobal joining us on this show.